Welcome everybody to this week's edition of Three Men and a Movie. This week, I got to see a special advanced screening of Mission Impossible Fallout at Cinemark. And so if you've seen any of the Rotten Tomatoes ratings on it, you've seen that it's pretty much staying around the 80s, high 80s, and I wouldn't disagree. Now I have a few things that I want to comment on it. I promise you, no spoilers, other than a couple of things that I do want to mention that I think are things to look out for, because I have a feeling that you will definitely be going to watch this film this weekend or next weekend or possibly a couple of times. So I'm going to say it straight off the bat. Pay for it. And a lot of you guys might even end up paying for it twice. There's a lot of stunts. I counted about 6. Now, at the beginning of the film, because it was an advanced screening, Henry Cavill let us know that we should stay after the end credits to sort of see some of those behind the scene stunts and things that they did. So we definitely did. And talking about Henry Cavill, which all of you guys know famously for playing Superman, as soon as he came on screen, the first impression with him was, oh, there goes the mustache that ruined the Justice League, if not potentially all of DC's upcoming films. Now, I mean, that might be a stretch, but definitely that mustache did give people a lot to talk about when Justice League came out and when we finally saw the weird mouth from Justice League. And so seeing his mustache on this film, it was not necessary. It was a little too long, if you ask me. It wasn't important enough to hold him to his contract and not allow him to shave it. It actually looked kind of fake. Now, once you see the film, you'll notice they could have very easily been put on and we would have not known the difference. So other than the mustache, though, his part was very crucial to the film. I will not spoil it, other than the fact that he is in a lot of scenes. And a lot of his scenes involve some kind of fighting, and you really get to notice his size because of the difference in size between him and Tom Cruise. So that's something that you guys should look out for. He looks very big in this film. Sort of has a Superman type body, although there are some very big characters in it, because you have a Mission Impossible spy kind of film, so you're gonna have really big buff dudes playing villain roles mostly, but you can tell the size difference from Henry Cavill to Tom Cruise in this one. So try not to focus too much on the mustache. Talking about Henry Cavill and some of the fighting scenes, there is one particular gentleman who you've noticed in the trailer, but once you see the extended scene on this fight scene with a character who plays Lark. I won't say any more about that because it does become part of the plot, and it becomes part of some of the twists in the film. But his last name is Lark, and he's played by an actor who I've never seen before. His name is Liang Yang. But god damn, are his fight scenes awesome. And there is that fight scene that, like I mentioned before, you saw in the trailer, where he fights Henry Cavill's character, and he also fights he fights Tom Cruise's character. And whoa, that fight scene is awesome. It pays off, like whatever amount you pay for the film. If you only get to see that one scene is worth it. So obviously I'm very excited about the movie, and there's a lot to talk about. So I'll go right into the stunts. There's, like I mentioned before, about 5 or 6. One in particular where they jump off of a jet fighter. It's called the Halo jump, but apparently Tom Cruise did this stunt as well. And in the end scene credits, in the end credit scenes that we get, the extra footage, you can see not only does Tom Cruise jump out of this plane, but also there's a cameraman who had jumped prior to him to capture the footage. So, I mean, Tom Cruise gets a lot of credit, and of course it's due, because he does take a lot of risks, but god damn, those cameramen too. They're right there with him in the scenes. So a lot of credit goes to these cameramen as well. The motorcycle chase scene that you've heard a lot about is amazing. And Tom Cruise is famously an avid motorcycle rider, and you can tell that he has experience. But even for an experienced rider, I mean, driving your motorcycle against traffic is no easy task. Even for someone who has everything set up for them with the stunt coordinators and all of that. Awesome scene. There's another scene where Tom Cruise jumps from one building to another, They let us know, and they gave us the information that he actually broke his ankle on that scene. But just to see how much importance Tom Cruise puts into his work, and in specifically this Mission Impossible franchise that has sort of carried us throughout at least a decade now. He finished the scene. He broke his ankle, and he finished the scene, and they got the footage. So that goes to show you the lengths that Tom Cruise will go. There's a helicopter scene where he's climbing a rope onto the helicopter. They showed us the behind the scenes footage, and sure enough, it's Tom Cruise climbing a rope and then having a free fall from the helicopter. There's another scene in particular where there's that same helicopter, and it's a chase now, and it looks like the Millennium Falcon is being chased by the Death Star on this thing. So you will get a lot of great stunts, a lot of good fight scenes. But just like Tom Cruise said, and I'm going to quote him, it's not only the stunts that you take away from a Mission Impossible film, it's the investment in the characters, because they're so well played that you care about the character so much that you're on the edge of your seat. One thing that this film did for me that another action film hadn't done in a long time is not only is it exciting, not only am I on the edge of my seat, but it had me smiling the whole way through, knowing that Tom Cruise did all the stunts, and also that it just makes me happy. So if you're looking for a film to help you enjoy your summer, and you're looking for that blockbuster type of film that you're gonna go in there excited and really bite your nails about it, this is the one. And I recommend it through and through. Watch it once, watch it twice, take your family to it. Everyone will enjoy the film. So as you have it, this has been another special edition of 3 Men and a Movie.